If you've ever been to Mexico City and you've never had churros before, well, you're definitely missing out.
If you have come to Mexico City and you have had churros, you've probably been to Churros El Moro, which is the most popular one. They have a ton of locations, and we are going to visit that on this tour. But we wanted to see what else Mexico City had to offer when it comes to churros. So we found a few different places around the city that we're going to explore, and we're going to do our best to review and compare them.
And in each one, we're going to rate the churro itself, just the plain basic churro, the extra item, which that's probably going to be the spot we're most excited about, and then the ambiance to give you a final churro rating here in Mexico City.
I really like churros, so I am so excited about this.
Churros Jordan is in the south part of Mexico City in the Coyoacan area. Jump on the regular churro, it is piping hot. Very soft on the inside, but nice crunch on the outside. It's just regular sugar, not like cinnamon sugar. And the portion sizes, oh, so hot, are much more appropriate in a good way. I like the little small bag. That's nice.
So a little bag, it's very easy to carry around. It's only 25 pesos for these, so not too bad. It's like $2. And then our extra we got is a stuffed churro. They call it Churro Relleno. And we got it stuffed with chocolate, and that was only 20 pesos. So I'm pretty excited about these. I'm just gonna start with the extra, the stuffed one, because you can see the chocolate's just dripping down now. Thank goodness it's in a bag. That is amazing. Oh, it's so crunchy with like the chocolate gooiness on the inside. And it goes all the way down. This might be a favorite. Review time for Churros Jordan. The churro itself gets a 5 out of 5. I absolutely loved it. It was nice and crunchy on the outside. It's got the good sugar. I do prefer the cinnamon sugar, but even without the cinnamon, I think it's still really great. The inside's very soft and like almost doughy, but not undercooked. And honestly, I like it because it doesn't taste like the fried dough that you kind of taste sometimes with churros. The extra, the stuffed churro, the Churro Relleno, amazing, 5 out of 5, especially because you can choose your own flavor to stuff it with, which is really fun. It was so hot and it was just really good in general. And then last for ambiance, I give it a 4 out of 5. I kind of love the area. There's so many stalls everywhere and people walking around, and all the vendors are kind of yelling at you to come buy food and try things. And so it feels very much like Mexico City with the hustle and bustle and just being around all the locals. I docked a point because there's really nowhere to sit. So if you wanted to sit and relax with your churros, you can't really do it here. But honestly, they give you a little bag and you can eat them on the go. This is going to be a tough one to beat.
Dibs on last bite.
Wow, I love him, I guess.
Next stop is Churreria San Gines. Now, San Ginés is actually originally from Spain and Madrid, who, of course, Spain does churros as well. I know it's kind of odd to maybe come to Mexico and eat from a Spanish churro place, but they are new to the area. They're very well reviewed here in the La Condesa area, and I feel like maybe it's a good opportunity to compare the two styles. I'm kind of just making up how we test these things. Let's check the break. All right. These are a little softer maybe than some of the others we've had, and they're definitely skinnier. We did just watch them make them, so they're super fresh and they're very hot. These are very good. Chewy, light brown sugar on the outside, but just on like one half. Not maybe like rolled in it, just kind of like drizzled over the top. And this one comes with the dipping chocolate. Let's get a little bit. Oh, Rebecca's gonna love this.
These churros are a little bit more on the expensive end. It was 120 pesos for an order of 6, but it does come with the chocolate, so it's definitely a bonus. Let me give this chocolate a go, let's see what it tastes like. I'm a definite fan of that. I feel like we had churros and chocolate in Spain, and I remember not really liking the chocolate as much as I expected, but this one is really good. Goes really nicely with the cinnamon sugar that we have on here. Another thing about this location, it's on the corner right here, so there's definitely some traffic going by, but that's a nice little ambiance. There's a park over there, so I really enjoy this place. Keeping on with our scoring in our 3 categories, starting with ambiance, I would give this place about a 4 probably, because they did have some nice music. They had these cute little umbrellas with lights hanging down. And it was just a cute little spot on the corner surrounded in plants. So it was really nice to sit there. I docked a point because it is pretty loud. It's on the corner, so every once in a while there's huge loud motorcycles going by. The next category is the extra. So even though it came with the order, we're considering the chocolate the extra here, and I will give this a 5 because it was really, really good. It tasted like hot chocolate, but like thicker and creamier, and I definitely wouldn't drink it, but I probably could. Now on to the churro, the most important part. I will say I wasn't as excited about this churro because it didn't have as much of the cinnamon sugar. So if you got a bite without any of that and you didn't dip it in the chocolate, it just tasted like some fried dough. But they got a 4 because they made them fresh right there. We got to watch the process, so that was really cool. And they're really dense and really soft all at the same time. So all in all, a 4. I can't say that this has been a challenging video to make because I definitely love churros, but we'll see how it progresses as we have to rate more and more. We are now at Churreria Del Carmen, and it's a new part of town that we haven't been to before in Mexico City. And it's a really cute little place inside, and we're excited to get started. We ordered the traditional churros so we can compare them, and then I'm super excited about the extra that I got.
Let's start by talking about the regular churros, which have a nice crunch to them. They're already hot. Put that one down because you could tell I was already eating it. Let me pretend like this is fresh. Crunchy outside, soft inside, just like any churro should be. Good amount of sugar too, but these are really delicious. You can order 3 for 25 pesos or so. I watched them making them fresh right there in the window, and that's why they're coming out hot. This place also has a really nice ambiance to it. It's in a very nice area of town, and got to eat it pretty quick in a small area, quiet area. There's even a valet here for your churro spot. A valet at a churro spot. That's pretty fancy. Shouldn't be eating and talking this much, but I'm not going to stop eating, so I'll stop talking.
Now for the extra item. The extra item just keeps getting more and more extra as this tour goes on, but I got basically an ice cream sandwich with churros on it. This thing is incredible. I even have a fork and knife because I think I need to use that because it's gonna get messy. Oh my goodness. That is delicious. I have vanilla ice cream. You can choose different ice creams, chocolate or strawberry or coconut. I went with the classic vanilla, and they have these like cinnamon roll looking churros on top with all the sugar. It's so amazing. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this. This might be too many churros, even for me. And we're back for my rating of Churreria Del Carmen. Ambiance, I'm gonna give it a 4. It's a nice little area we haven't been in before. The room was kind of small, there wasn't like a lot happening, and it wasn't like super decorative or anything, but it was still very nice, so I'll give it a 4. The churro, I think, was a 5. I don't know, it was really, really good. I think it was so crispy on the outside. This was definitely the most crispy churro we've had yet, but the flavor of it was so good. And it was just a plain sugar, it didn't even have the cinnamon, but man, that dough, whatever they do to the dough was incredible. And then the extra, I'm going to give a 4. I love the idea of a churro ice cream sandwich, but I wish the churro had been a little bit warmer. It was kind of, felt like it had been sitting there probably because they didn't want the ice cream to melt, but I wish it had been hot like the regular churros. Then to have that ice cream melting all over would have been absolute perfection and would have given it a 5. So 4 overall, but we really like this stop. I'm glad we came.
Across town here at Churros El Convento, which is a new spot for us. We got the regular churros, of course, and we also got it with some Mexican hot chocolate.
I'm really excited about the extra here.
Let's do a same time, sir.
Okay.
Cheers. This is a very light one. Very light. Which is kind of nice. And we know we're going all day with churros.
Yeah, this is much lighter than I feel like the other side. I think you taste like oil a little bit more on this.
Yeah, it might be admittedly not as fresh. We did kind of grab them out of an already made basket, but it doesn't really take away from the churro flavor too much, to be honest.
I do love Mexican hot chocolate, so I'm excited. It's got that nice cinnamon flavor I'm used to. I love it. That's good. All right, we're gonna go for the dip now. Isn't like the dipping chocolate that I feel like you typically do with churros, but I'm doing it.
I think it goes together though. Oh, whether it's served as a dip from here.
Okay. I think the dip's where it's at. You need the combo.
Oh yeah. The dip just brings a lot of complexity to it. I like it.
Review time. I need like a little jingle that goes before the reviews. Okay, so this place, we are here pretty late at night, which I think might impact some of this, but I'm going to give the ambiance a 3.5. It's kind of just a big room. It's empty. There's not a lot going on. It's on a main street, so you hear the cars. For the churro itself, I'm going to give it a 3.5, but Kyle really liked how light it was, so I'll bump it up to a 4. The reason I'm docking points is because it wasn't super fresh, it wasn't really hot. I'm assuming it's because we're here late at night, they already had some made. But I think that hotness really adds a lot to it. And so you can more taste like kind of the frying oil that it was cooked in, and it's just not my favorite. For the extra though, I am gonna give it a 5 because I really love the Mexican hot chocolate. Perfect combination with the churros, love the dip with it. It's just so good.
Final churro stop, of course, the infamous Churros El Moro. We're at the original location here in the downtown historic center. This place has over 50,000 reviews. They have dozens of locations across the city. And admittedly, we've been here every single time we visited Mexico City. These are so hot, so fresh. Can't wait to show you the extra here too. The churros themselves are incredible. We do always get it with the sugar and cinnamon, which feels like really a necessity here in getting these churros. All right, here, you need to taste this. Amazing.
This place is so crowded. All of the other locations we've been to have never been this insane, but it makes sense being the original. Everyone wants to come here. They have all the cool tile around the room, but I do think I prefer the other locations because they have the tile that kind of matches their logo, that really cool blue and white. It looks so beautiful. But I am really excited to try the extra we got here, which is a milkshake. I saw a lot of people with milkshakes. It sounded really good, so I got a chocolate one. That's good. It's not like a usual milkshake. It's like very malty. Oh, that's so good. That's definitely what I need to go with this churro. This is a good comparison, I promise, but it kind of reminds me of like a Wendy's Frosty with like the texture it has and a little bit of the taste. It's really, really good. And it's review time. All around, I'm gonna give it 5s. 5s all around. I love the churros here. They have like the perfect texture where they're super soft on the inside, like almost undercooked like dough, but then really crunchy on the outside with the sugar and the cinnamon. They're just perfection. And then the ambiance here has just been really nice, being in the historic center and having the old tile and knowing you're in the original building. There's just something about it. It's very crowded in here, but we really quickly got a table, so you don't have to wait too long. And on the outside, they have the beautiful stained glass for the entry, so just all in all, I really like it. Bonus, I love the other locations too, so if you can't make it to this one on your trip, go to one near you. They're all really good. And then the last review, which is the extra, this milkshake was amazing. It was like the perfect consistency where it was light enough for me to eat with the churros. It balanced the heat of the churros because it was nice and cold and frosty, and it was just delicious.
And the winner of the best churro in Mexico City is...
To no one's surprise, El Moro. We go there all the time. But I will say the runner-up is Churros El Jordan.
Really, I think we just found a number of places that we can visit on our next trip to Mexico City and sample some different churros again.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for our next adventure. Let us know in the comments what we should do next time we visit Mexico City.